Ron Nesbitt, 1075 Railroad Crossing, and I'm not a village resident. But listening to this tonight, because I became involved as supervisor in 2018-17 when we were doing phase 1 of the sewer treatment plant, and Barton LaJuice, our engineers at that point in time, came to me and said that there was some grant money out there we had for consolidation. And at that point in time, I said, well, let's look into it. As Jake has said, we've had 45 years of non-stop cooperation between the town and village, and every kind of an intermissible agreement that you and I could think of with the highway and the sewer and everybody that we could think of. And the school district, their pumps went down, gas pumps went down, town and the village helped them out. We've been helping each other out in this community for years, so that's really not a problem. And we have agreements that I signed with Jake when he was mayor, I've signed with Mayor Byers, I've signed with Mayor Elder, and they're still intact today. So I'm not worried about agreements between the town and the village, because we can get there. But what I did want to talk about here is, while you're having this meeting tonight, the town board in a workshop is talking about second phase of the sewer. And so far, they've told the village or town residents tonight for the first time that it's going to cost $3 million for headworks. It's going to cost $1 million for a fourth clarifier, $350K to repair a tank, $1.8 million with bubble diffusers, hang on, $1.4 million for a leachate facility, which is just chasing income. They don't need to do it. Okay? $6 million for a new digester, and $6.5 million for drying sludge. That comes pretty close, Jake, to your $20 million. What I'm saying to you is, how much does the village residents want to pay for that? Okay. I think we had, when I was supervisor, we went back and forth about different things all the time. Jake and I used to go at it. Okay? We used to have a good time. But I was always, let the village do what the village needs to do, let the town do what they need to do. And I think that's the case we got here today. Okay? It's gonna cost them a lot more than $20 million to do this. Okay, you haven't added on engineering costs, you haven't done a lot more. And how much more is the village resident gonna pay? And I think that's something you're gonna have to look at. The grant money is nice, okay? But that's what they want. They can't get the grant money that you can get. And we know why. Okay? And we know why. There's a reason for that. So, I'm just saying to you, those are the facts I know. And one other thing, and I don't know if it's true. On December 19th, 2019, before I left office, I sent this village board a letter. In that letter, I said, along with an engineering report, that stated that in phase 1, the town of Webster put in a new generator. And according to the 1979 intermissible agreement that we had with the town and the village, that the village was subject to some of those costs. To this day, I don't know what those costs are. But I do believe you owe the town of Webster some money for that generator. Has there been any deal made to waive the cost of the generator to go to the regional system from the town of Webster? Has the supervisor made that deal? Because you've had a lot of secret meetings. I've been ticked off about that. Because the mayor, deputy mayor, supervisor, deputy supervisor have been having closed meetings since last year. Early in the morning, 7:30 in the village offices, this and that. People don't know about what was discussed there. And they weren't public, and you're wrong in doing that. Because he was a Democrat, and there's 3 Republicans, and you couldn't call it a caucus. It wasn't. It was an illegal meeting. I want to know if there was a deal made. Are you going to pay? It's been almost 2 years I sent you the letter. And I was right in sending the letter, according to the 1979 agreement. Okay? And I heard there was some meetings about the money. I don't know if you're going to tell me if those are true or not, but I hear there was some meetings about the money. I don't know what the dollar amount was. I know it was an outrageous number that the engineers came up. I'm not going to say it's true or not. There's negotiations. But you do owe the town. And if you were to pay the town what you owe for the generator, we might not have had a rate increase on the town last year. That's all I've got to say.